What's a place easy to enter, but hard to exit? New Jersey. The only place in the universe that's free to enter, but you have to pay to leave. Samantha. Easy. Sport. I got myself out Tabor once. I think I can get out to New Jersey. Mitch. Yeah? Well, don't be so sure. Others have tried and failed. The entire population. In fact. Fave quote from The Long Kiss Goodnight: I have 200 karma and this is 1k of it. Clearly this movie has a lot more fans than any of us realize. Underrated movie. It is great. Kinda like Kill Bill before there was a Kill Bill. Ducking mirror maze. Been here for 3 years now. When I was in college I got blindingly stoned with some friends and we listened to Maze by Fish in a dark room. 2/5 do not recommend. You'll never get out of this maze. You'll never get out of this maze. Always wanted to try a mirror maze drunk. I know it's ridiculous, but that sounds like an interesting experience. A toxic relationship. Just got out of one a month ago, and I can tell you now for some reason I would still go back. It's horrible to think about, but I still miss her. Broke up and got back together with my ex about 4 times before I finally came to my senses and ended things for good. Things are alright now for you. The way she felt, smelled, the good times, the sex, the burning euphoric knot she put in your chest are all still so close. So easy to remember. Give it some distance. Don't meet up for coffee for closure. Don't text her. And even try to stay away from mutual friends, if there are any. Don't look at pictures of you two together. Get as far away, mentally and physically, as you can. When you're ready, think about all the shit that came along with your relationship. How awful things were. The terrible things that were said and done. Take a bath in that shit. Ruminate in it for a good bit, and remind yourself why things ended. And really feel it. That's how I got through it all. Good luck, man. My friend got stuck at a strip club because he was drunk. The place was too dark and he couldn't find the exit. I guess a guy could do worse. But once you're out of singles, they'll come help you find the door and even push you out through it. Been there, done that. Just start asking for free dances. You'll get shown out pretty quick. Scientology edit. I'm not Karen. Also, if you're looking for a deep dive into this cult, get at Mizino. Lee Reminis' book, Troublemaker, is an excellent read. Any cult, really, raised Jehovah's Witness, can also confirm. They blackmail you by convincing your friends and family to pretend you're dead. Gym memberships. For LA Fitness you literally have to mail them a letter saying you would like to cancel your subscription. You can't just do it online. I went in to cancel LA Fitness a few months back, and the front desk guy acted all shocked at me. Said you're canceling, super loudly, and it made me very uncomfortable. Then he said the manager wasn't in, and did have to come in and cancel during his regular hours. Still haven't cancelled. Negativity. It's so easy to get down on yourself and get into a negative mindset. So you try to be positive, but then you become worried that you are too positive and be inevitably disappointed. So you go back to being negative again. Being too positive isn't what worries me. My fear is getting close to people and them realizing my positivity is fake. I'm a big fat fake funny living in life of anxiety and depression. With a big smile on my face. Doing my best to help make others smile. I feel like my life is a lie, so I never let anyone close enough to realize it. Addiction to something, whether it be cigarettes, food, heroin, or what have you. You'll never admit your addiction until it's already way past a sensible point. It's not a physical place, but more of a mental thing. But still. Heroin. Remember when Frodo was about to drop the One Ring in Mount Doom and Sam was like, just drop it, and Frodo was like, haha, duck you Sam, it's mine. That's heroin. Surprisingly accurate. I know 2 folks who have died. One guy who is on the streets somewhere. One person who has managed to clean up. And a whole slew of people on some form of managed addiction. I hate opiates. I seriously hate opiates on a level indescribable. Reddit. It's been 6 years since I last saw sunlight. Days since my last meal. I've lost hope. After being trapped in this mindscape of a hellhole. browsing through each subreddit after subreddit. I only hope for death. I'm sorry my sweet Monica. I'm sorry for not being a good father to Jack, and a good partner to you. Says with 9-day Reddit account. The military. If you go on without a plan for getting out, they'll make getting out seem like an insurmountable obstacle, and the only other option is to give up another 4 to 6 years of your life dealing with bureaucracy. You are spot on. I spent the last 6 months of my enlistment planning the next 4 years of my life. They were pissed when I got out, but hey, whatever. The mental hospital. When I was 15, my therapist asked me if I would want some help at a hospital. I just said yes, because I was desperate and listened to any adult's advice. A week later I was sent to the hospital. A week passed by, and I was slowly getting worse. I didn't care about my hygiene anymore. Another week passed by. Nothing helped. I felt like this just didn't work for me, so I asked if I could leave. They, the workers, said no. I didn't understand, because I thought if you voluntarily entered the hospital and wasn't in any danger to yourself or anyone else, you could leave whenever you wanted to. But no. So another week passed by. I was desperate at this point. I started to feel suicidal and was begging them to let me out. They just treated me like air, like I was nothing. Occasionally they came in to get out their anger on me, calling me awful things and telling me what kind of awful person I was. I started to plan out my suicide and was ready to die at that point, because I'd rather die than be locked up in a cell like I was a criminal. After 2 months I got a bad ear infection and just slept on a mattress all alone in my room. My parents came to visit me and felt bad for me, so they took me with them home, then returned me to the hospital when I got healthy again. But finally my therapist came to visit me and saw how horrible and beat up I looked, and told the workers that I could leave. If my therapist didn't come, I would probably have to be there for a year until I turned 16, because when you're 16 you can leave whenever you want. Whoa, that was awful to read. I can't imagine how it must have been to live through. I hope you are doing better and never have to worry about going back. Yeah. I'm never going back there. I hope. Depression. It's like entering a different world you can't leave. Edit. Sorry if that's a bit dark, lol. Edit. Thank you for the gold, whomever you may be. It's the first time I've ever gotten gold and don't fully understand what it means, but I have a little shield next to my name, so that's cool. Also, for anyone who may be struggling with depression/anxiety or anything else, please feel free to PM me if you need to talk to someone and feel alone. Ah yes. The world where there's all your favorite things, but you can't enjoy them. All the food you love but can't taste. And all the bright and vivid colors of grayscale. Man, I'm ducking miserable. Fun at parties though. Shit. Just realized I'm depressed again. Was telling my husband how I'm just not hungry anymore. Nothing sounds good, and I can't think of anything I want to do when I get off work. I'm constantly just kind of annoyed by everything and don't want to deal with stuff. Everything the kids do annoys me on some level, even though I try not to show it. McDonald's Play Center. There is no exit. Edit. Remove the edit, because people think thanking people for helping me reach a karma milestone is begging for upvotes. Indeed. It is one of the more tangible examples of an event horizon that is accessible here on Earth. Once a child passes through the barrier, it is utterly impossible to remove him from the play center. Camps of scientists often set up shop in McDonald's stores to observe this phenomenon, and many interesting discoveries have been made. For instance, there is the age-old question: if matter brought into the playpen is irretrievable, does that not violate the Universal Conservation of Information law? It turns out that it does not, due to what has been dubbed the holographic Mc principle. In a sense, all information that enters the playpen is projected flatwards onto the surface of the pen, and may even be projected on the very barrier edge of the universe, if such a thing even exists. Furthermore, Hawking won a Mc Nobel Prize with his theory that playpens gradually lose mass through a process known as play-type radiation, where virtual particles formed at the threshold of McDonald's playpens are separated, sending the unpaired particle outside the horizon out into space, a form of energy leak that all singularities exhibit. Legend has it that the kids lost in the playpens become the workers at that McDonald's. Experian online account. They won't let you delete your profile. The only way to contact support is by mail or phone. If you call them, the only option is to upgrade to a monthly paying service. There is no viable option to quit or cancel. I had to have my bank/credit card issuer do it. I'm an attorney and couldn't get out of it. Didn't say I was a good attorney. Hey, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.